So I got to play the new Sonic Racing Crossworlds beta, and honestly, it was pretty fun. I haven't played the new Mario Kart game because I don't have a Switch 2, and I think if there's going to be a time to rival against Mario Kart, I think now is the best time. Last time I played a Sonic Racing game, I think it was like All-Star Transformed on the 360, when I was probably like 10 years old, and that was like 12 years ago. I think. And I think for many people, this could be like their first Sonic Racing game for many people. And based off the beta so far, I think it's pretty fun. The footage here is just going to be like raw gameplay of like one of the only Grand Prix Cups that are available for this beta. And from the looks of it, there are 4 speed difficulties, so basically like 50cc, 100cc, 150cc, and 200cc for using Mario Kart terms, and a 150cc mirror as well. I could see them adding a 200cc mirror in the future if they really wanted to. And each cup has 3 unique courses, 8 original cups and 2 collab cups, so I would assume like a Joker and Hatsune Miku course would be in like these collab cups. And when you load into these cups, the game marks a rival racer. You have to beat him to beat the cup, and I would assume to unlock the next cup. We were only allowed like the first cup in the beta, so I could be wrong. The racing itself was actually really smooth. Maybe I was going in with very low expectations, but there wasn't really any weird jank or anything. The drifting around corners felt nice, transforming into the boat and plane were intuitive and smooth. Even in online play, it didn't feel terrible to play. It felt really nice and smooth to play, which honestly surprised me. So what really sets this apart from other racing games is the Crossworlds feature. There are 3 unique courses in each cup, and you play through 4 races in total. Don't worry, I said that right. In each of the courses, except for the last one, there will be 3 laps played in total, but the second lap would be like a wildcard lap. Whoever's in first place will pick 2 options of what the second lap will be. It could be like a balloon trip in the clouds or braving the pirate seas. I thought it was actually really cool, and the presentation for these was cool. It could have been done a bit better on the transition, which I'll touch on later, but I think it's pretty neat and makes each race a bit more special and unique. The last race in each cup will actually run a lap through each of the 3 courses that you already played. So for example, the Donpa Cup that's in the beta, it features the courses E Stadium, Rainbow Garden, and Water Palace. So for the last race, the first lap is E Stadium, then it transitions into Rainbow Garden for the second lap, and then finally it will transition to Water Palace for the last lap. I probably ran the Donpa Cup like 4 times now, I think, and it never felt repetitive or anything. I think the random second lap in the first 3 races really helped spice things up and make it feel kind of arcadey, which I think is really good. That, along with some of the boat and plane sections of the courses, were actually unique enough that I actually hope that courses in the full game will feature longer sections of these. Riding a plane is something everyone should be familiar with. You can fly up, down, left, right, and go through like these gates to gain speed. The boat was actually really cool, and I think the pirate wildcard lap, I actually don't know if there's a proper name for these, but with the boats, you have to hold drift and release to jump into the air. Now in this title, I guess it's the same thing in Mario Kart, but you want to do air tricks to gain a boost when you land, and in Pirate Lap specifically, you have to jump over like these tidal waves that spawn periodically, and I think that's a really cool thing to deal with. And I don't know if it's intended, but you can grind the rails on the side of the course. It could be just me hanging on for dear life before falling off, but it kinda does look like it. And in terms of content, there seems to be a decent amount of stuff. It seems like there will be like 30 courses available at launch with maybe 10 plus of the wildcard laps, with more to come. I think there's like a season pass with DLC content that they plan on adding in the near future, like, I don't know, SpongeBob and Minecraft is going to be in the game, believe it or not. And a lot of customizable hover bikes, or hoverboards and car parts. You can mix and match each part and even put like stickers and decals on them if you wanted to. There's unique sticker, emotes, and voice lines for each character. Oh, and something I forgot to mention, there are even voice lines in the actual race that you play when you pass someone or someone passes you. I thought it was something cool that I realized Mario Kart doesn't really do. Maybe it's too toxic or something for their family-friendly franchise, but I thought it was really cool. And I kind of hope that there's more of it. I don't know, I was first place for most of these races, so who actually knows? That being said, there were still a few things that I didn't really like. For starters, that I recognized immediately was that it was capped at 60 frames, and that's the highest option. I don't see why it can't go up to at least 120. Maybe it's competitive integrity or something since there's crossplay, but I think for any game that's like speed related, it looks nice when it's silky smooth on your, I don't know, your 200 plus hertz monitor. And if it's just capped at 60 frames, it kind of feels like a detriment to the game, honestly. Also, the transition between like the different portals can be a bit smoother. Maybe I'm spoiled from playing too much Marvel Rivals and just strange portaling everywhere with these, but when entering the portal, there's a very noticeable flash that flashes your entire screen for half a second. It's kind of like a coding cheat because that kind of shows that's where the loading screen is, and there are some objects in the background that I noticed, mostly in like the casino wildcard lap, that were running in like 5 frames per second. It could be an optimization thing that could be fixed for launch, but it was very noticeable. Other than that, the actual performance of the game was good. I mean, I have a high-end PC, so I would be very, very worried if there was any sort of like stuttering or frame rate drops. Ultimately, I do think Sonic Racing Crossworlds has a decent chance to make a good dent in those racing genre. I don't think there will ever be a game that gains more popularity than Mario Kart, let's be real, but I think being a decent second place to Mario Kart is still a massive win. I honestly think the right stuff is in this title. Lots of racers from known franchises like Joker, Hatsune Miku, and John Yakuza, along with SpongeBob, Minecraft Steve, and I think Pac-Man's coming in like later, will generate hype. The courses are very colorful and vibrant, and I would say well made too, especially the sections where you have to ride the boat and plane. Crossworld gimmick has a couple of rough edges, but it still serves as a lot of fun and really helps spice things up in the race a bit. The controls feel nice, no jank anywhere, online play so far is smooth, lots of customizable features with the cars and hoverboards, all the pieces are there. The only thing I'm really worried about is the price. $70 for this game seems a bit much. Maybe the actual amount of content at launch justifies it. Maybe, but if you're trying to rival Mario Kart, you have to do right of all the Mario Kart's wrongs. And the easiest and most glaring issue with Mario Kart World is the price. If this game came out with a price tag of $40 or even $50, I can see tons of people, maybe it can get close to like 100k concurrent players on Steam because it would essentially be the Mario Kart that's accessible to everyone that doesn't have a Switch. But the price tag of $70 is going to put caution in the average gamer, I would say. I'm most likely going to play this game day one just because the beta was fun. Maybe even the $90 deluxe if my wallet allows it at the time. But I think this game will surprise a lot of people just like it did with me. That'll do it for me for today. Make sure to like and subscribe as my goal is to get to 500 subs by the end of the month. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and I appreciate you guys for watching.